Hello everyone, welcome to video tutorial number 1. I'm trying to record a video here, okay. Welcome to tutorial video number 1. Today we'll be covering the overhand shuffle and all the fun things that you can do with this move. The overhand shuffle is your basic tool of card conjuring. It's very easy to do. It's very innocent because everybody knows how to do a version of this move, so people don't really think that you're doing anything funny, even though you probably are. You'll notice that this method is a little bit different from maybe your typical overhand shuffle that you're used to doing. I encourage you guys to adopt this new method and grip because it makes a lot of overhand shuffle sleights much easier and cleaner to do. You can see my keyboard. Get this mother trucker out of the way. So what you're going to do is you want to start with standard dealing position. You don't have to do this every single time, but when you're first starting out, I would suggest going through this process so you can really remember how the grip is supposed to feel. Remember the fine points of dealing position that we went over in meeting 1, how the deck is sort of resting in your hands. You're not really squeezing, you're not trying to suffocate the deck, all right? So you're going to come over with your right hand, and you're going to grasp the deck in right hand end grip, with the right thumb and second finger near the inner and outer corners. You're going to bring the deck into a vertical position with the right hand, using the left side of the deck as a pivot point, just like this. All right. The deck is held between the right thumb over here and the middle finger over here. Okay. That's holding the deck. There should be a little slight angle, we call it a bevel, in the deck, and your ring and pinky finger are kind of resting next to your middle finger. They're not really doing anything. For your left hand, this is where grip is really important because grip's actually gonna finger placement is very important for accomplishing a lot of the sleights. So the pad of your index finger is resting on the edge of the deck, outer edge here. Okay, and the index finger's outer phalanx, that's this part of the finger, it will contact the edge of the outer end of the top card. And depending on how your hand is built, it's going to be in a different place, but for me, it's contacting the deck here, okay? Your middle and ring finger are just relaxed against the bottom of the deck, and your pinky finger is jutting out a little bit at the end of the deck, just about like a 1/4 inch or so. The tips of the fingers are roughly at the same level, closer to the upper half of the deck. So for the shuffling action, what you're going to do, you're going to lift the deck as the thumb holds back the top few cards. Okay, so your thumb's going to be over here close to the edge, and you're just going to lift up, and your thumb's going to hold back the top few cards, and you're going to bring the packet. You're going to bring these cards over the packet that I just shuffled off, and pull off, roughly the same amount of cards. Okay, this is called shuffling off, when you're taking cards off the packet in your right hand. And you're just gonna repeat this motion until you've run out of cards in your right hand. So the shuffling action is a combination of letting the cards drop from your right hand and pulling them off. It's your thumb's not doing all the work, and you're not just like dropping the cards. Your thumb and your fingers are kind of working together. It should be pretty smooth if you're doing this properly. If the cards are kind of smearing too much, you can try to hold the deck in a more vertical position. That should help if you're having trouble peeling off cards. You don't want to raise it too much, but vertical deck position does help a lot. I would pay very close attention to the left index and little fingers. Okay, these are kind of going to be controlling the cards. If they're not in position, you're going to have a tough time keeping things neat and all that. When you're performing this, generally avoid shuffling more than 6 to 7 times. If you do more than that, audience members will feel that something is amiss. If you do have to do more than that, try breaking up the shuffle with a pause and talking to people or something, and then you can continue the shuffle after that. When you're practicing this, try to get your shuffle as smooth as possible. Your right hand isn't just like up and down. try to do like a more smooth motion. Like you're not a robot, right? Smooth motions.
Smooth motions.
Okay. Also, when you're performing this, don't hold the cards close to your chest in an attempt to keep like rogue cards from flying out. All the action should happen in your hands. So if you find that you're holding it too close to yourself, try holding it really far away and practicing like that. When you're trying to do it for real, then you should have no problem holding it the normal sort of distance from your body. Oh, another thing about performance is when you're shuffling, don't look at the cards. Talk to the audience. Look away. Don't like stare at the cards, because where you look is where the audience members look. And if you're doing something fishy, you definitely don't want them to look there.